American way, throwing bets like haymakers. UFC fight night, no faking these heartbreakers. Punch stats, bankrolls, and scorecards never fold. Etoft21sports talking bold like this catch and go. Eric saying underdogs got swagger. Weight counter champs got a granite jaw, won't stagger. Money on the line, bets as sharp as a dagger. Hot cops, bling, flashing lights, heavyweight bagger. Etoft21 clash of minds, no surprise. Eric Raid in the ring, shouting not shooting high. Fight night dreams, cold cash gleam in their eyes. Betting broad, UFC calls on the podcast sky.
We've reached the part of the podcast we're going to be talking some UFC, and who better to come on than Wade, better known on social media as Top Flight Wagers. Wade, how are you doing tonight, my man?
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be back, dude.
Last fight card of the day. For those, if you follow my picks, the best bet is when they're extremely minus odds going to the third round. Just fade me because I am getting bent over by the UFC judges. But we're not here to whine. We're here to talk about the old UFC Tampa. Interesting card. Let's start out, Wade. You're starting us out with a parlay.
Yep, gotta preface this by saying don't mind the odds here. Not a typical play that I do. I only do these when I feel very strongly about the play. This is a 2-unit play for me, so I don't usually give out a 1-unit play on a -173 odds. But the parlay here is a 2-leg of -173. I did Joel Alvarez and Vitor Petrino. For starters, I'm not really sure why Drakkar Klose took this fight with Joel Alvarez. I definitely don't see this reaching at least even the third round. I think this might even finish in the first round. Guess I hate to be on Klose like that because I do think he's talented, but Alvarez is just in another world. He's tall. He knows how to use his length very well. He has really good kicks. He's very good grappling. And I do think that he's going to be able to use that distance. He's going to use his legs, his knees, his kicks very well. And I think he's just going to be able to get close to either on the ground and grappling, or he's going to outstrike him. Because I know, taking it to the ground is not really his thing, but Klose is it's probably going to try to get this to the ground. He's probably going to try to grapple him, and I know Alvarez has that in his game. So I wouldn't be surprised if Alvarez wins this either by KO or by submission. And then quickly to Petrino. Jacoby is 1-4 in his last 5 fights. On the reverse, Petrino is 4-1 in his last 5. I just think Petrino is going to be quicker in every area. He's going to be stronger. He's going to be quicker on the ground. He's going to be able to get him on the ground. And I think he's going to be able to outstrike if he needs to stand and strike. Jacoby's a very good boxer. He can have clean strikes at times. But I just think Petrino is going to be too strong, too quick. He'll find strikes. And then when he's ready, I think he'll take it to the ground. And I think this is a pretty easy brainer 2-leg, to be honest with you. Probably one of my favorite no-brainers 2 legs of the year. Petrino could be a little questionable. I know he hasn't looked the best in some of his previous fights, but I just think this is going to be an easy win. I almost actually played this for 3 or 5 units, but just to be safe on the last card of the year, I'll just do 2 units on this one.
I like it. My first bet, and I went to a prop. I did Miranda Maverick over 3.5 takedowns.
I like that.
120. No secret what she's going to want to do. Get it to the ground here. Doesn't want to get in a stand-up match with Horth. Horth, okay takedown fence, but watching her tape, she's really good after being takedown, after getting taken down, getting back up. I think this is just going to be a constant thing of Miranda closing the distance, getting this on the ground. Look, on Prize Picks, this is over 2.5. This is 2.5 for those that play Prize Picks. This 3.5 was found over at DraftKings. Miranda, 2.43 attempts per fight. She's gone over this in 2 of her last 4 fights. Last fight only at 3. I think she's going to just constantly just be taking Horath down. Able to get plus 120. Makes all the sense to me, my man.
I like that a lot, actually. I'm sitting here right now pulling up DraftKings, trying to get some action if I can see what that's see what that looks like on DraftKings.
Next bet, my man, and you know what? we are on the same one here.
Very nice. Yeah, I just, I actually think a lot of people are probably going to be on Marcos. And I think this line on Yanez is crazy. I think I actually believe it was closer to even odds to begin with, and it ran up. I'm not really sure who's on Marcos and why. I know he can, I guess, outpoint a lot of people. He's been going to a lot of decisions. I don't think he has the power to stand with Yanez. The one thing that clearly stands out in this fight to me is Yanez has the power and the cleaner striking. I can see Marcos finding a decision win in this. I just don't think it's going to happen. Yanez is coming off that loss. I think he learned a lot from that. If he can just keep Marcos at bay, not allow him to use his kicks, not allow him to establish himself in the middle of the ring, and if Yanez can keep this up on the feet, I just think he has too much power. I think he's going to find that shot. And even if he doesn't, I think he's going to end up just putting enough damage on Marcos. I think Marcos is severely overrated. So I played this money line plus 187 to win 1 unit, which is basically playing this for a half unit. So I actually also sprinkled for a little surprise bonus Christmas bet. I actually took a half unit on his win inside the distance, decision, no action. So as long as he finds a finish inside of the, I guess it doesn't go to decision, on DraftKings for plus 140. So half unit on both of those, and if they both cash, will come out pretty nice. So, and if he loses the fight, it's really only losing 1 full unit. So I guess we're only going to lose a half unit, because I don't think Marcos is going to finish him. If Marcos does win, he'll win a decision. So we'll get our money back on that second half of that bet, which is kind of why I like that. Yeah, I know you're on the Yanez side too, so I don't want too much here, but I just think he's got too much power.
Yeah, I found him at plus 195. It's actually crazy how Marcos is being touted as the prospect, but Yanez is actually younger than him. This is going to be the best fighter that Marcos has fought. He is going to obviously have the boxing, the stand-up advantage. Last time Marcos fought a boxer was Grant, and he really struggled. Yanez is actually the better striker in my eyes than Grant. I know people are saying this could be a repeat of the Martinez fight, when Martinez just constantly leg kicked Yanez, but I don't think that Marcos has the leg kicks that Martinez does. I think when looking at the fights, how the way they fight, Yanez just he very quickly finds the gap, finds their tells, and closes the distance. Marcos tends to start a little bit slower, and I think if he's able to get out to this early lead and make Marcos chase, make some bad decisions, that's a situation we want to be in. I'm getting the better striker, guy with a bigger reach, better cardio in my eyes. Almost a 2-to-1 makes a no-brainer, so I'm on him at plus 195.
Nice find. What book was that?
DraftKings.
Yeah, I didn't take Yanez until Thursday? You probably took him earlier in the week.
No, I actually took him this morning, my man.
What?
Yep.
Wild.
This morning.
Dog.
Next bet, my friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with another dog here. It's not usually my thing. You're on this show. You're more the plus money taker, the more risk taker, and I'm more of the trying to find the solid favorite. But this card has got a lot of dogs that I think both of us probably like a lot. I'm going to go with Fernando Padilla. Best odds I found for him when I took him was plus 135. Tough fight here. Sean Woodson's very good. I've been on quite a few of his fights. He's sort of a decision guy. So if it goes to a decision, we'll see. It's probably going to be left up to the judges. But I think Padilla is going to be able to find himself inside. I think he's going to be able to get inside of Woodson's range. And I think he's going to be able to dirty this fight up a little bit. I know Woodson likes to keep the distance, likes to keep people at bay, use his reach to his advantage. He's just not really going to have that here. Padilla is about just as tall as him. He's 6'1". Woodson has just a slight bigger reach. But Padilla is 5 years younger. He lands 6.48 significant strikes per minute to Woodson's 5. He does absorb quite a bit more, but I think he puts a lot more power behind his shots. And I just think over the course of 3 rounds, if it does last that, because I do think Padilla could find a finish in this fight, I think he's going to end up doing enough damage. Woodson has a lot of these fights. If you look in the past where they've just been questionable, he's barely won decisions. And that's just not the type of fighter I don't think Padilla is going to be moving forward. I think he's got a lot more room to grow in the UFC. I'm not sure how much farther Woodson can really go. And I think Padilla is a pretty good prospect here. And I think he's going to surprise some people. And I think we might see a second round finish here. So lock that baby in. I'm pretty confident about this one.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I was looking at this one too. My last one, I went to the main event. Give me Buckley here. I took him KO plus 150.
Man,
we need to kind of look at this. Why does Covington do the stuff he does to stay relevant? I mean, that's honestly the only reason why he's up there talking the way he does. His wrestling is okay. It is insanely deteriorated from the fighter that he was. Is it still good enough to BS his way to wins? Yeah, but against someone like Buckley, who is as good as he is, it's not going to make the cut. Also, we need to understand that when we look at how he fought Edwards, he didn't take it to the ground to the 5th. He completely fought the fight that Edwards wanted to fight. We need to understand that he's not at American Top Team anymore, that he's at a different fight camp. That's nothing but a bunch of yes men that aren't going to push him to get to the level he needs to get. Since dropping down, Buckley 6-0, 3 wins by KO. Covington doesn't have one win over an active UFC fighter. Stronger, Buckley stronger, faster. He's going to use his leg kick. This is going to open stuff up. Covington, athleticism, cardio, all on the decline. I think Buckley's just going to be way too much for him. Give me Buckley KO plus 150.
I don't know. I am not on anything in this fight right now because I actually see paths for both guys. So I'm just staying off this fight. I think I do lean towards Buckley, but I can see where
the only way, he's gonna have, literally, I look at it like this: Covington's gonna have to wrestle.
Buckley's never fought a guy like this. As long as he wrestles and he doesn't do stupid shit, he has a chance to take this 3 rounds and make this a war. Like, if you look at all the fighters that he's fought, just the experience, this is one of those fights where it's just this is what usually I bet on the main event. And to be quite frank, usually I lose because I usually take the position of the Buckley. And usually it's the guy with the most experience that ends up winning. Like a couple weeks ago, who was it that won? The guy from Mexico, Brandon Moreno. I think a lot of people were probably on the other side. Younger guy, winning streak kind of stuff. Somehow these younger guys end up always losing this fight. I think Buckley could be in this position to win, but you got to realize too, if he wins this, he puts himself in a position, and maybe a lot of people are talking about him fighting maybe Ian Gary next, would be put him in for a title fight next. So this just could be a letdown spot for him. So I don't know. This is one of those, like, Covington's in that spot where if he loses, he knows he's done. So this is kind of his last chance. I don't know. So I think if you were to bet on this fight, that's one of the positions you should probably take just because of the odds. I don't think you would I would not put Buckley as a minus 250 in a 2-leg parlay. I think that could bust, but I like the odds on the KO enough to play it. I think that's he's safe enough long-term. That's a really good bet. He's not going to submit him. The only way he's going to win is KO or submission, or KO or decision. So maybe if you look at the, I don't know if you check the 2-way. Do you like doing the 2-way decision?
I do the 2-way
because sometimes if you can get that plus money, it's not a bad bet to take. I still like the plus 150 so much. It's a good number, but it's just hard to land that KO shot.
Well, I look at it like he's at a different camp, and usually American Top Team won't put up with his build. I think he's
1,000%.
Yeah, that's a bunch of yes men, and he's not going to this fight.
Yeah.
Dana White is saying he looks fast. Sorry. unathletic, and so I was going to say fat, but he's not.
Yeah, sure.
Slow. So I don't know. I just
No, this would be a good one. This is a good one. I think that's a good position for listeners to take.
Or if you want to do it, like
if the 2-way KO / this to win by decision is plus money, I think I would push people to take that just because it's so hard to find a KO, especially on a seasoned guy like Covington. But I don't know. It's maybe take if you bet $100, I would maybe take half of it and put it on Buckley KO, half of it on the 2-way.
If Covington wins, it's going to be what? More than likely decision.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to finish Buckley. I don't see that.
So, excuse me.
I can see him winning a decision because he's been in so many wars. The problem is he's been in so many wars. He could just the one shot that Buckley finds him on is just it's too much damage.
Because he's plus 300 via decision, Buckley's plus 150 via KO, plus 175 via decision. I don't know. Like the double chance, I don't even know where to find that.
Yeah, double chance. That's what I always forget what it's called. I don't do it very often, but I do think it's a if it's plus money, I think
Buckley to win by KO or decision is minus 225.
I was gonna say it's probably minus 110. Yeah, I would definitely not take. Yeah, this is just take the KO. I wouldn't play a full unit on that. I wouldn't. Maybe you would. You're a high roller, man. You're a high risker.
Yeah,
but that also pays off long term too. When you cash him, it's glorious and it covers up a couple more losses. So.
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah, I like it. It's gonna be a fun fight to watch, man. Very fun.
Wade, thanks for coming on. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you on social media, my friend?
Yeah, just come check me out over that Top Flight Wagers on X. Really, all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram. There's a free link in my bio to come in the Discord, and then from there, if you want, you can come join the premium. I'm running 50% off through the rest of the year to join any of my packages. I do all the sports, so come check us out.
Wade and I are going to be doing some college basketball stuff. That's going to be starting soon. Be on the lookout for that. Appreciate you, man. You know, you've been here every single week talking UFC. Really appreciate that. Best of luck in your bets, and we'll talk soon. Oh, I tried to hold my sneeze in. I tried to hold my sneeze in for that. Best of luck in your bets, man.
Whoa.
Best of luck in your bets, man. We'll talk soon, dude.
Good luck, everybody.